Hey, it's been an eventful day, past 2 days anyway. And anyway, thank you so much for clicking on my video and trying to watch my video as well as stopping by my channel. It's Natasha. And if you've already read my title, and it's about my recent Comcast experience, which is incredibly horrible and disgusting. And so I'm going to start from the very beginning of what happened yesterday. To sum it up, I actually chatted with Comcast for over 3 hours. So I spoke with 4 people. I don't remember the first person, but the first person was kind of like the gateway person, in which he will decipher what your problem is and send you over to the specific department that's going to help you. The second person was called Ashish. I don't know if that was a female or a male. I'm sorry that I don't know. So I think Ashish was in the sales department because I told him or her in regards to my bill, and so my 12-month fixed rate locked in contract was already done with. But I had a baby, and then I guess it was the same month or the month after that my contract ended, and there was a certain period of time that I was just, recuperating, healing, getting used to the situation, getting used to being a new mom and all that stuff. And a lot was going on, and it just felt like a bubble or like fogginess in your brain. You can't think straight, right? So I forgot to pay 1 month, and I just kind of, for the past few months, I know this is going to sound really stupid because I'm thinking about it right now, why I didn't do this, but I'm also thinking of how I used to be for the past few months. I've been like a zombie. I'll go to one room and I'll literally forget what I'm there for and just go back to the room I was there to begin with. And then 2 hours later, I'm going to remember what I needed. Yeah, sometimes days. So anyway, I was thinking maybe it was that, and then I noticed when I went through my statements that they changed my pricing. I forgot that I was in a fixed rate. So I contacted Comcast on the phone first, and their menu is like ridiculous. They just hung up on me. It was just an automated system. So we go on chat, and the first person decided that I needed to speak with sales, I think. So initially they wanted to sell me a higher paying package, and I told them, you know what? And I told you right away, I wanted to get a deal. Either I'm paying the same rate and the same everything because we only have internet, because when you get their TV service, it's $200. It's ridiculous, and we don't even watch all the channels that we get. It's like BS channels, to be quite honest. It's like you don't get HBO, you don't get Showtime, you don't get like Stars, you don't get like the good channels that a lot of people would watch anyway. So we didn't get that for our last contract. We didn't get that the years prior. So this person, Ashish, tried to sell. I mean, they're just, he or she is doing a job, so, whatever. But, I kept telling him, if you're not going to give me the same price or a better deal, I'm walking away because I have nothing to lose, I'm already off the contract. So we do that. And he said, okay, I'm going to talk to my supervisor and all that stuff. And I'm like, take your time. At the time, my baby was asleep. So I was thinking this is going to be easy, fast, all that stuff. Well, anyway, when he came back, he told me he was able to give me a better rate, and I accepted it and all was well. And I said, you know what? I've been having problems with my speed. What can you do about that? And he said, oh, we can fix that right away today. And I said, well, I don't want to agree on anything until you fix my situation. He said, I can't fix that after you accept the contract terms and all that stuff. Then I'm going to send you over to tech support and they can assist you. I went over the agreement, and it didn't really say the speed. He said it was going to be 75 Mbps, so 7.5. And he said, don't worry, it is 7.75. So he sends me over to tech support. I'm sorry I'm trying to get this as fast as possible, but someone kept interrupting me, and this is actually my 3rd or 4th try. So I'm getting really, really tired because I wasn't really thinking that I was going to do this today, and I'm extremely tired. I've been up for like 16 hours. So I'm extremely like spent. Anyway, going back to Comcast. So we agree and all that stuff, or I agreed to the terms, and I'm signed up to the new contract, and he sends me over to tech support. Tech support, I let them know, her name was Jeanette, and she's reading all this stuff, all the previous chat, and I tell her, you know what, I called you guys like via phone, spoke with tech support, and I was told, that my speed was this way and all that stuff, and there's nothing I could do, and I'm just wondering why. That's it, and she was like, okay, we'll fix it. And she verified, she's like, everything is up to date and all that stuff, and my info is correct and all that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. She called it signals. So she would send signals over to make it jumpstart and make it, to the correct speed. One time he reached 80. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to retry it again and see if it still stays on 80. No one was using any kind of electronic internet connected devices except for me. My husband was not at home at this time. He was at work. So it was just me on that one device. And mind you, I was also feeding my baby. He was screaming. So I'm feeding my baby, typing all this stuff, explaining to her what's going on. And then guess what? My speed was 17, the highest. The lowest it went was at 8 or 6. No, 6. There was one time there was 6. So it was fluctuating from 6 Mbps to 17 Mbps. And I would use 2 websites. One was from Comcast, and the other one was like an independent speed test website. And I would give her the links and stuff. And then there was a time that I had to reboot my system, and when we turned it back on, she sent a signal. Like, we did everything that she could think of, and then she said, you know what, this should have worked already, so I'm gonna send a technician over. And I said, I really don't want to pay for anything. And she's like, well, if there is any kind of issue or damage, then you have to pay for repairs. And I said, there shouldn't be any damage. Okay, the modem router works, I'm getting the internet with you guys, there's gonna be I'm not paying for anything. If there's any kind of damage, I'm not paying for anything. And she kept insisting and all that stuff. And I said, well, I want a refund, because I've only been getting, for the past 14 months, maximum 17 Mbps instead of 75. She said, I can't help you with that. Yeah, you have to go to billing. She sent me over to billing. Mind you, I've been with them for around 3 hours. If you have to be more specific, the range was about 2 hours, 50 or 55 minutes to 3 hours and 10 minutes. It's that range. Yes, I was there doing all this. So this happens, and I'm chatting with someone called Vanessa Joy, and we go over and over again, and I'm spent. I'm like, you know what? I've been with you guys for over 3 hours. I'm spent. I'm not going to be like Dumb and Dumber over here. And if someone's coming over, I want a refund. And the way she explained it to me was, they're going to send a technician over. They're going to look at everything, and they're going to decipher how much my refund is going to be. And I said, I want a refund. You know why? I've only gotten a fifth of my service that was promised, and I paid every time. So what can you do for me? And she kept saying the same thing, which was, we need the technician to go over there, and then we can decipher the refund. And I said, okay, but I'm not paying for anything. And she would also say, well, if there's any kind of damages, at a certain point, that kept repeating over and over again. I'm just like, you know what? Bye. I saved everything. I told her, you know what? Because she said the technician was already scheduled and going to be here today, which he was here today. So I spent over 3 hours with them chatting and all that stuff. And I think Vanessa was like the most unhelpful of them all. She was just like the most worthless of my time. So she said she can't really guarantee a refund. She can't give me an amount. I told her, you need to give me my money back, because I paid for 75 Mbps and I only got a fifth maximum in a good day. And so the technician arrived today, which I was eagerly waiting for. And what he said was, my equipment was over 2 years old. Mind you, I went and got a new equipment last year, I think, and they told me it was the newest one they had. It was the most up-to-date they had. Yes, so I had a very outdated equipment. That's why I couldn't get the right speed for 14 months. There are no damages in wiring or anything. He went outside, he checked everything. He did the update. He was here for about an hour doing all the updates, getting everything squared out. Everything was perfectly fine. And he said what they usually require is a minimum of 20 Mbps to your maximum, which is 775. And I told him I only got 17 the most, and I got 8 the lowest. I even forgot about the 6. He says, oh, that's really bad. He said, I haven't seen these in years. So I think that's probably why you didn't get like the speed that you're paying for. And I said, I'm not getting charged for anything, right? And he said, no. We're just swapping it out. And he even got a different modem for us to have, all that good stuff. Everything's perfectly fine now. Now, when my husband came home, he called Comcast and let them know what happened. And he dealt with them. And it was disgusting. He was told the only refund they could give us back for not getting the right service for 14 months was $30. Mind you, if this was the other way around, they would have cut us off or sent it to collections if we didn't do our end of the contract. But because they're a big corporate, multi-million, probably billion-dollar corporation, they now just have the power to just say, you don't like it? Too bad, toodaloo, here's $30. Go eat a rock, bye. So I remember I told them yesterday, I'm like, if you guys are really going to scam us, I'm going to go on my channel and I'm going to say everything that has been going on. So you guys will know and everybody else will know. And guess what? I really, really hope everybody who has Comcast is going to do a speed test and compare to how much they're really paying, because it's fraudulent to do this to people. Just because you don't own that internet service company doesn't mean you should be, financially raped on this. So after today, my husband came up to me and he's like, we're going to shop somewhere else because our contract, we have like a 30-day time to back out. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna put this on my channel. I'm gonna spread the word, and we'll give Comcast a little bit of chance. But if they're not gonna do anything about it, then we'll just move to we'll just get a different provider. There's a bunch of other places. I'm more of a person that when I initially get a kind of service and all that stuff, and I'm already doing it repeatedly, like monthly, I'm getting used to the pattern. I kind of want to stick to that. I'm a very loyal customer. So I told them this, and they saw that because I've been a loyal customer for years. So you know what? Anyone who has Comcast, please make sure you're not being robbed as well. Please make sure you are checking. Go to Google and just type in speed test. There should be something from Comcast. There should be at least one other website out there. Use both and check your speed, because you could be paying, let's just say, for 50 Mbps, 75 Mbps, 100. It doesn't matter what the speed is, but guess what? You might only be getting a fifth of that. Excuse me. And they might also not have updated the equipment that you're paying for every month. You're getting the one that is like, doesn't exist anymore. Okay? So just be aware of that. I know there's more than one person out there that's having the same issue as I am with Comcast. So if you guys would like to share that or let me know on my comments below, please go ahead and do that, because I'm really not happy. I'm really, 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 really upset about this. I'm really angry about this, and I'm gonna let everybody know via my channel on YouTube, as well as Twitter and wherever I can go, because I don't think this is fair for companies to just take your money and not really give you the service that they promised they would do. Okay? So anyway, I know I got a little bit heated there, like my face is hot. But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope no one is having the same experience as I am. But if you are, and maybe you don't even know, please just double check your speed, double check all your service, double check that they're not, they're not taking your money and you're not getting the full service you've been promised. Don't let this happen to you as well. Okay? Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. I hope you hit the subscribe button down below and leave me a comment, even just to say hi. I really love those. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye.